Should young people be included in decision-making processes? Let's take to the streets and hear what they have to say.
The youth most of the time are just used for throwing stones and for voting purposes. They don't seem to have a purpose in life. In terms of decision making, we are still far away.
So right here, I am joined by a brother of mine. Tell us why it's important for youths to take part in decision-making processes.
Important, yes. Now the only problem is, as youth are not really recommended on anything that is affecting you. They all remember, so if there is time to vote. So that's the one challenge we have right now. So if as youth, they help us to build our life, they can easily ask us, even just a child at home. Like you can't build a child. If with that child you always shouting that child, you use something, you use bad word on you. Help that child. As you help that child as well is going to help you. So grow your children as you grow us in a good way, the way you're going to. If you want our voice, give us something which will make us smile.
Okay, I feel youths are supposed to be given opportunities to make decisions. Mostly in the decisions like the national development, other decisions, because we are the future. If at all they say a youth is a future, meaning we have to be involved. We get involved in decision making. They have to involve us because we are the ones that are going to remain, and we are the ones who are going to see the coming generation. The old people that we are seeing in offices, they can make decisions now and go. But if they involve us, we actually know even what is going on the ground as youths. We know what we want. The future always stands in the youth, in youths, yes.
I feel like the young people are also on the ground in terms of they know what's going on in their communities, their schools, and even within their friend groups. So sometimes as a child or as young people, you tend to hide certain information from elder people. But then if a young person is on the ground and has first-hand information, then they're able to voice out those problems or issues to the higher authorities who are able to also work on those things.
I feel it's important that we can get our views aired out. Like there are so many problems and so many solutions youths have to a lot of things. But okay, we are given the stage to speak out now, especially with the new us having seats in parliament and everything else. But we can speak, but we are not seeing the change. We can have like a bunch of opinions, but only a small chunk of what we're talking about is being implemented. So I feel as if a lot of youths have a lot to say, but we're discouraged because even after we say, we're not seeing the change still.
They should also be part and parcel of the decision making. They should be fully involved and not just being used for the sake of quick money and to jiri.
People to be involved in decision making in our country, because if you look at the statistics of our country, a lot of young people are what make up the majority of the population, and we need our voices to be heard at the highest levels of leadership. And so even as we go into these elections, it would be good for the young people of our country to see which of our leaders out there, current, even the ones in opposition, are speaking on our behalf.
Zambia's political journey reminds us that young people have always played a critical role in shaping the nation. Many of our early leaders stepped into politics at just a young age. Take Kenneth Kaunda, for example, who rose to presidency at only 40 years, while figures like Harry Mwangan Kumbula, Simon Mwansa Kapwepwe, Sikota Wina, Mainza Chona, na Lumino Mundia, na Katindi Nganga, Chibesa Kankasa, and Julia Chikamonika began their activism at such an early age. Take similarly Vernon Mwanga, who made history as Zambia's youngest ambassador at only 21. A truly representative political system must include all voices from all age groups. When young people are left out, a significant portion of society is excluded from decisions that directly affect the future and the present. Long-term progress depends on the active involvement of young people in informal political spaces. Their participation in shaping policies is not only a democratic right, but also essential for building inclusive, stable, and forward-thinking societies. To engage meaningfully, young people must be aware of their rights and equipped with the knowledge and skills needed to contribute effectively. Including young people from the outset strengthens democracy. Their ideas, their energy, and perspectives bring new life to governance and helps ensure that the policies reflect the realities of younger generations. Yet across the world, the youth remain underrepresented in decision-making processes, despite making up a large share of the population, especially right here in Zambia. Young people are not only the future, they are a powerful force in the present. They directly affect the challenges such as unemployment, environmental degradation, and making their involvement in political making decisions is not just important, but it's necessary. So I leave you with this. Now is the time for young people to step up, to take up their place at the decision-making table. Your voices matter, your ideas are valid, and your participation is needed. Engage, speak up, be part of shaping the policies and leadership that would define Zambia's future. I've been your host, Geneva Zulu, and this is The Youth Decide.